Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic day. In today's video, we are going to be diving into another in-depth perfume review, and I'm pretty excited about this particular fragrance because one of the key notes is passion fruit. And honestly, for me, passion fruit is one of those specifically tropical fruity notes that really rocks my world for whatever reason. I have always loved passion fruit anything. And when I had the opportunity to try the Paris Corner FAYORA, I was immediately hooked. If you are a big fan of tropical fruity goodness, especially as a signature summer fragrance, you have to check this one out. In fact, I actually brought this particular fragrance on vacation with me earlier in July, and we went on vacation with some of our friends and their children, and my girlfriend Melissa actually asked to wear this a couple times during our vacation because she just absolutely fell in love with this perfume. So the next time that her birthday rolls around, I think I might actually get her a bottle of this because, you guys, this is so good. So if you too are a lover of passion fruit, you definitely want to stay tuned for this particular review because not only is this absolutely incredible, but it is insanely affordable. So you guys, let's dig into Paris Corner FAYORA. It is chef's kiss, so let's get into it. If you happen to be interested in purchasing the Paris Corner FAYORA or any of the other Paris Corner perfumes, I will link them at the very top of the description box. I will also put a discount code there that will save you a little bit extra off of your purchase. Don't forget to check out their different bundles, by the way, and you can also create your own bundle over at Paris Corner. In fact, I have created some of my own bundles, so I have a cart going over there right now that I'm going to hit order on in August, and I am so excited about some of these things that I have in my cart right now. So you're going to be seeing a lot more Paris Corner reviews coming down the pipeline here, but like I said, if you're interested in picking this up, I'll have it linked, and feel free to use that discount code to save a little bit more money. If you are newer to my in-depth perfume reviews, I like to read through the scent story because I feel like usually the scent stories give you a pretty good understanding of what you are going to be getting in a fragrance, what the experience will be like. Then I'll read through the actual top, middle, and base notes. I'll tell you what this smells like on my skin. And then, of course, we'll discuss the overall projection and lasting power of this one. And then we'll wrap it up. So anyway, let's dig into FAYORA. Okay, so the description for this one reads, a fragrance born from dreamscapes, where passion fruit skies melt into blooming fields of rose. In its heart, delicate petals of jasmine, violet, lily of the valley, and orris whisper softly, like memories wrapped in silk. The journey ends in a warm embrace of creamy sandalwood, soft cedar, velvety vanilla, and sheer musk. All right, so let's go through these top, middle, and base notes. At the top, we have passion fruit and rose. For the middle, we have orris, jasmine, lily of the valley, and violet. And then at the base, we have the sandalwood, the cedar, the vanilla, and the musk. So let's go ahead and let's check out the atomizer on this bad boy. And I gotta say, it's another good one. By the way, the bottle itself, I think, is absolutely stunning. It has this gorgeous kind of blush to almost like light lavender ombre effect. It's a really, really beautiful bottle. The lid here is not magnetic or anything, but it does clip on pretty tightly. I did travel with this and the lid stayed attached the entire time. Love the atomizer that Paris Corner has on all of their perfumes. You can see it just provides a really lovely light mist of the perfume and not a splat, something that then ends up running down your arm. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's that passion fruit right away. This is so pretty. It's the first thing that hits me with this one. This is very passion fruit forward, and all of the sweetness that you are getting in this particular fragrance comes from that passion fruit, and it really sticks around. But I will say, as much as this is a like tropical fruity scent, it's also very much a pretty true floral. Immediately after the fragrance starts to dry down, that rose also develops very quickly. Now, it's not a traditional, super old-fashioned type of rose. I feel like this is much more modern. It's not as aggressive as some rose scents can be. So if you typically are not the biggest fan of rose, I wouldn't entirely avoid this just because of the rose. It is present, but it is not the only floral note that you really experience in this particular fragrance. You really do get a nice healthy dose of that lily of the valley. But again, it's not overwhelming, it's not overly cloying. I'm not always the biggest fan of lily of the valley because it can be quite intense and sometimes honestly overly sweet. It's not in this fragrance, which is kind of interesting because you would think having a sweeter floral like lily of the valley and then pairing that with something like a passion fruit, that might be borderline cloying or just too much in terms of sweetness. But it really isn't. I feel like these base notes here really help to balance the sweetness with this fragrance in the best possible way. I do smell violet in here, but I don't really smell the orris at all. So I'm okay with that. I really like the floral notes that I can smell in this one. But once this really dries down on the skin, it is that sandalwood, it's that beautiful creamy vanilla, it's that little bit of a clean white muskiness that really starts to take over in the fragrance and helps to balance the sweetness as well as the floral notes. This is such a lovely scent, you guys. This, I think, is probably such a great option for someone who is looking for a signature fragrance for the summertime. Maybe you normally just gravitate towards florals, but you're trying to experiment with a little bit of fruitiness. This is, I think, the perfect fragrance to do that with, because while the passion fruit is very noticeable in here, I don't think it's overwhelming. I don't think it's overly sweet. This is just such a lovely everyday fragrance. And that's really how I was wearing this when I was on vacation. It was one of those fragrances that I just kind of lightly spritzed all over, and it just was perfect for every day. It put me in a good mood. I got compliments on this one. Like I said, my girlfriend Melissa fell in love with it, so she's definitely going to be getting a bottle of this for her next birthday. I think it smelled really amazing on her as well. One thing that I like about this particular one is, for me personally, what I smell in the actual bottle is actually what I experience on my skin. Sometimes fragrances can really transform once they interact with your body chemistry. For me, this is one that smells very true from the bottle onto my actual skin itself. And I really like that here because it's perfect. You guys, honestly, this is such an enjoyable, just great everyday fragrance. If you're in the market for something that sounds like this, I really don't think you can go wrong. First of all, the price point, incredible. You're getting a beautiful bottle, so the presentation is lovely. I didn't keep the box, but it comes in a really beautiful box. The presentation is stunning if you wanted to give this as a gift. In terms of the projection of this fragrance, I do think it is one that is definitely quite noticeable, basically from the initial application onward, but I don't think it is an overwhelming fragrance. Will it enter the room before you do? I mean, yes, if you're gonna hose yourself down with it, obviously, but I mean, I can usually go a little more ham with this one, and I never feel like it's overwhelming. You guys, this just puts a smile on my face. It's such a happy fragrance. And the lasting power. Once again, I have to give it to Paris Corner here because the lasting power is really, really good on this one. I would say easily 7 to 8 hours. So a full work day is what I get out of this. I actually wore this to work a couple times last week, and I typically leave for work around, I would say, around like 7:38 in the morning. And by the time that I was driving home at 3:30 in the afternoon, I was still smelling this on my skin. Like, it stays put. And as my body temperature kind of heats up, especially during the summer here, I feel like this is one that gets reactivated, if you will, pretty easily once my body temperature goes up. Listen, it is lovely. I really don't think you can go wrong with this one. If the fragrance notes appeal to you at all, you should check this one out. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong, and I bet that you would probably love this one as much as I do. So I'm really excited to have this in my collection. It is lovely, and it's so nice to finally have a passion fruit perfume that is just perfect for the summer. So I look forward to continuing to sport this one over the course of the next couple months, and then of course again next spring and summer. So you'll be seeing a lot more of this one here. Let me know if you have tried the Paris Corner Fiora, or if you are interested in this one at all. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one as well. So let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, lots more reviews coming specifically from Paris Corner. I think this is an absolutely amazing, super affordable Middle Eastern perfume brand that not only gives you a absolutely incredible performance, but also you get some really cute packaging as well. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being here today. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.